Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Thursday, April the 7th. We got a decent sized slate for a Thursday, 7 games tonight. As always guys, going to talk through a couple of plays I like, 4 plays I will share specifically in this video. I'm recording this video around noon on Thursday, so most of the board has been posted for today. We still are waiting for some teams to be added. There's a couple teams on back-to-backs. I know Boston's on a back-to-back today, so right now there's no Celtics props up on the board because maybe the Celtics rest some guys. The Lakers, their big three, all questionable. LeBron, AD, Westbrook are all questionable tonight, so there's no Lakers props up right now. But we do have a lot of other teams posted, and I was able to find 4 props that I do like at first look. So we'll talk through these 4 plays, share why I like them. In the end, guys, I try and do my best to give as much analysis as I can, really go deep and share why I like the plays. In the end, you can kind of choose how you want to play them. If you want to take all 4 plays and do a 4-pick entry, that's totally fine. If you want to mix and match them, usually that's the smarter way to play. You can mix and match them as well, do different combinations of 2 picks, 3 picks. But my goal each day is to get all the picks right, and yesterday we were able to do that. We did get a 4-0 sweep yesterday. It's been a while since we've had a clean sweep, but we hit all 4 of our plays yesterday. Over 33 fantasy points for Clint Capella. Hit pretty easily. I think he finished with like 39. Over 23 fantasy points from Dwight Powell. Now that was one of the ones I was sweating yesterday. I know after I made the video and after I posted the video, his fantasy point projection did go up. I think it went up from 23 to 24, and then a little bit later it went up from 24 to 25. But when I made the video yesterday and I posted my entry and I put my entry in, I was able to get it at 23, and he finished with like 23.5. So the over 23 fantasy points for Dwight Powell, it hit for me. I don't know how many people were able to get it in at 23 since it did kind of go up pretty quickly. But I was able to get Dwight Powell in at 23, and he did go over 23 fantasy points just barely. And then we did hit the over on Al Horford's PRA. That one hit pretty easily. Needed 22 from him, and I think he finished with like 29. And then under 7 assists for Satoransky. That wasn't too much of a sweat. Satoransky did play a lot more minutes yesterday than I thought he would, but he only finished with 5 assists, and we had under 7. So good day yesterday. 4-0 sweep. Hopefully we can do it again. Today, guys. Hopefully we can hit all 4 of our plays. But before we get started, taking a look at the plays I like for today. As always, hit that like button down below if you do enjoy these videos. Hit that subscribe button as well if you are new here. Ever since I started making these Prizepicks videos, we've seen a lot of new faces on the channel. I appreciate all you guys, checking out the video, hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. And if you're new to Prizepicks and you want to check them out, you can sign up with my promo code Noah. They will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my code. As always, you can tell the picks I give in this video. You can make some entries for yourself. Today is a big sports day. A lot of sports going on. The Masters started today. It's MLB opening day, so there's a lot of sports you can play on Prizepicks. Prizepicks does offer a lot of other stuff outside of just NBA, PGA, MLB, hockey, MMA. You can mix and match sports on Prizepicks, so definitely check them out. If you have not yet, make sure to sign up with promo code Noah. So you do get a deposit bonus when you sign up. But let's start through the 4 plays I like for today. We're going to start off in the PRA category. Going to go to a star today. I know the number is really, really high, but I still think it's too low, which is crazy. But I'm taking the over 49.5 points, rebounds, assists for Nikola Jokic. So one thing I want to know, if you actually look at Jokic's props today, very strange that if you add up his points projection, his rebound projection, and his assist projection, 30.5, 13.5, 8. If you add all those up together, what does that equal? It equals 52. And his PRA projection is only 49.5, which is very strange because normally when you add up a player's points projection, their rebound projection, and their assist projection, it's going to equal their PRA. But for some reason, Jokic's PRA projection is lower than all those added up together, which really doesn't make much sense to me. I don't know if Prizepicks made a mistake here, if there's something that's too high, if they made his PRA projection too low. But if you look over his last 5 games, he's gone over this in 5 straight, and it's really not even been a sweat. Jokic has been playing absurd minutes lately. He played 40 minutes last game against San Antonio. He's played at least 40 minutes in 2 out of their last 5 games. Against Charlotte, he played 35. Against Indiana, he played 36. And against the Lakers, he played 33. Dude's just been going nuts lately. Denver right now, they're fighting for playoff position. They're the 6th seed right now. They're 2 games up on Minnesota for the 6th seed. Obviously, Denver wants to keep the 6th seed. They do not want to fall down to the 7 and have to play in the play-in tournament. So Denver's going to be doing everything they can to get wins here to keep the 6th seed. Jokic should once again play huge minutes. Matchup against Memphis, I don't think's the best by any means. Memphis is a good defensive team, but Steven Adams, I don't worry about him really stopping Jokic here. Jokic is matchup proof. and just with how many minutes he's been playing lately, with how much Jokic just stuffs the stat sheet. I mean, look at over the last 2 weeks. Look at his usage. I mean, 34.3% usage rate, averaging 34 points, 14.5 rebounds, and 7 assists per 36. He's literally averaging like, what is that? 55 PRA over the last 2 weeks, like per 36. He's averaging 55 points, rebounds, assists. I think 49.5 PRA is still probably too low for Jokic. Jokic is one of those guys, or one of these guys that I like to take, PRA, because he can do a little bit of everything. You don't really need a big scoring game for Jokic for him to get 50 PRA. Like he could have 25 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists, and still get that, because that would be 50. So I think Jokic over 49.5 PRA looks really good today. He should play huge minutes here with Denver, needed to win games right now. His role is going to be amazing. The usage is going to be absurd, like it always is. Love the over 49.5 points, rebounds, assists for Nikola Jokic. First prop that definitely stood out to me. And then the second one, going to go back to a guy that I was on the other day. I'm just going to take a different prop on him. I took the over 7.5 assists for Trey Jones the other day, and it hit pretty easily. I like going back to Trey Jones today, but today I'm going to take over 32 fantasy points. So if you actually look over the last 3 games without DeJounte Murray, Trey Jones has gone over 32 fantasy points in all 3 of those games. Had 34 against Portland. Then they played Portland again. He had 39. And then last game against Denver, he had 39 fantasy points. So he's been really productive. With DeJounte off the floor this season, the minutes have been very secure. The last 3 games, he's played 33, 33, and 34 minutes, I do believe. I want to pull up his game log just to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure these 3 games without DeJounte, he's played at least 33 minutes in each game. Yeah, 33, 34, and 33 minutes. Again, the production's been good. He's been doing everything, scoring, getting rebounds, getting assists. He's been getting defensive stats as well. 2 steals against Portland, had a steal against Portland then, and then last game he had a block and a steal. And those defensive stats are huge. They're worth 3 points each. I think that was one of the reasons that Clint Capella went over yesterday is because he got 4 steals, which is always huge for fantasy points. When you take fantasy points and a guy gets multiple steals, multiple blocks, it's just huge for their output. So Trey Jones, playing 33, 34 minutes here, averaging around a fantasy point per minute. I mean, you could look at over the last 2 weeks, or the last 3 games, last 3 games without DeJounte Murray. Trey Jones averaging 1.14 fantasy points per minute per 36. He's averaging over 40 fantasy points per 36. Now, is he going to play 36 minutes? Maybe not, but I think he gets 33, 34. Matchup against Minnesota is really good. This game has a massive, massive total. The Minnesota-San Antonio game leads the slate in total, 241.5 total, and it's an 8.5 point spread. Both these teams are trying to win games right now. Like, neither one of these teams are tanking. Minnesota's trying to win games. San Antonio, they're pretty much locked into the 10 seed, but they could still move up to the 9 seed and get home court advantage for the play-in game. So both these teams should be going all out, should be playing their starters, normal minutes. I think Trey Jones plays 33, 34 minutes here in a fast-paced game that's expected to be super high scoring. I feel pretty good about him getting over 32 fantasy points. So that's the second prop that really stood out to me that I did like at first look. And then we have 2 points props that I like as well. So going to go to the same game, going to go on the other side, take over 26.5 points for Karl-Anthony Towns. So Karl-Anthony Towns has just destroyed Jakob Poeltl in the past. And this season, if you remember, Karl-Anthony Towns had a 60-point game this season. Who was that against? It was against the Spurs. He destroyed the Spurs earlier this season. He's been really good against Poeltl just throughout his career. You can actually take a look at just over like their last few games. Obviously had that 60-point game, 25, 25, 23, 28, 23. So he scored 23 or more points basically in their last 6 games against San Antonio and against Jakob Poeltl. He has scored 23 or more points, and some of those games have been in like limited minutes. He only played 21 minutes one of those games. He only played 30, 31. The last 3 games he's played his full minutes. He had that 60-point game, and then he had 25 and 25. Obviously, with his projection being 26.5, hopefully he can get us at least 27 points. And I do feel good about him getting 27 points. Like I said earlier, Minnesota, they're fighting for playoff position right now. Right now, Minnesota is they're 7th in the standings, but they're only 2 games behind the Nuggets. So, like, if the Nuggets lose a couple of games and Minnesota can get some wins, Minnesota could move up to the 6th seed and, not have to play in the play-in tournament. So I expect Minnesota to be playing their guys' normal minutes here. We know in close games, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to play huge minutes. I mean, the last few games, he's played, I think, like 36 minutes. Yeah, 35, 35. And then against Denver, he was in foul trouble. He played 31. But normally, if it's a close game, you're getting 35, 36 minutes from Cat. He's done really well against Poeltl. Poeltl's never been a great defender either. You can actually take a look at this season in terms of points allowed to the center position. Spurs are allowing the 5th most points to the center position. So the matchup, the pace of this game, all the boxes are checked for Karl-Anthony Towns here. I like over 26.5 points for him. I think he can definitely get us at least 27 points and go over his projection. Is he going to have another 60-point game? I mean, I wouldn't mind if he did, but I don't think he's going to drop 60 again. Would not be surprised, though, if we get a big scoring game here from Cat. Pirtle's just not a guy that can really stop Cat. He's never been a great defender. And obviously, you can look at the last few games against San Antonio. He's been very good against Pirtle throughout his career. Cat's also done a really good job getting Pirtle in foul trouble. So I'm not going to take any unders on Pirtle in this video, but if you wanted to, I don't think it's bad, because it seems like every time Pirtle faces Cat, he gets in foul trouble. And I know last time they played, he was in foul trouble. Just something worth noting. But yeah, that's the third pick I like for today. And then the fourth and final pick, again, it's going to be another points prop. Going to take the over 24.5 points for Jordan Poole. So Jordan Poole obviously has been benefiting without Steph Curry. He's had a really huge role. And you can take a look at his usage over the last 2 weeks. Obviously, Steph has been out for, I think, around 2 weeks now. Poole's played 214 minutes. 32.3% usage rate, which does lead the team. I know Quandre Witherspoon has a 50% usage rate, but that was in literally 1 minute. That's just not something I'm going to look at. So 32.3% usage rate leads the team over the last 2 weeks, averaging 27.5 points per 36. We know Poole's going to chuck when he's out there. He's going to take a ton of shots. Matchup here against the Lakers is fantastic. I do worry about blowout a little bit here. Right now, Golden State is favored by 12.5. I think it's very likely that the Lakers just sit everyone, that they sit LeBron, they sit Westbrook, they sit AD, and there's definitely going to be some blowout risk if that is the case. But we've seen Poole, get, even in blowouts, Steve Kerr will still let him play a little bit. Now, if this game does blow out, is Jordan Poole going to play 40 minutes? Probably not, but I think he'll still get 30, 32, and just with how much he shoots when he's on the floor, I mean, I want to pull up over his last 5 games, just look at the shot attempts. I know they've been really good. Last game, 15, 22, 22, 17, 25 shots. He takes a ton of threes as well. And we obviously know, Poole, when he gets hot, man, he can have these huge scoring games. And I don't think the Lakers really have anyone to stop him. So the usage is going to be there. The shot attempts are going to be there. The matchup's really good. Blowout is a slight concern, especially if the Lakers do sit all their stars. Then, yeah, this game has a little bit of blowout risk. But I still feel pretty good about Poole scoring 25 points here, just given how good the matchup is. And with how much usage he's getting right now without Steph. 25 points is definitely in play for him here, as long as he can have a decent shooting game. So I like over 24.5 points for Jordan Poole. That's the fourth and final prop that I'm on in this video, and these are 4 props I do kind of like at first look, guys. So as always, if you want to tell me, feel free to do so. I did already put in a 4-pick power with these 4 plays. I'll probably do some other entries, though. I normally do run other entries where I'll mix and match these 4 plays. But these are 4 picks that stood out to me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well if you are new here. Also, if you're not, or if you haven't checked out Prizepicks yet, make sure to sign up with my promo code Noah. They will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my code. As we mentioned, today is a big sports day. A lot of stuff you can play on Prizepicks: MLB, PGA, NBA. Obviously, they got other sports as well. You can mix and match sports. Ton of fun. Definitely sign up for Prizepicks and make sure to use that promo code so you do get that deposit bonus when you sign up. But best of luck tonight, guys. Really appreciate you watching the video. I hope you did enjoy. Hopefully we can get another 4-0 sweep tonight, win some money. But best of luck, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.